Hey, welcome to the 800-Pound Gorilla Expert Podcast, where we interview experts at helping you grow your business or your practice. I'm your host, Carl Utter, and now today's show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Mr. Bill Doerr. Bill works with coaches, consultants, and professional advisors who want to get more clients and earn more money. Bill attended the University of Connecticut, where he earned his CLU and his CHFC designations, and he also worked as a consultant with LIMRA International. Bill's focus has always been to help his clients convert their competence into compensation easily, simply, and effectively. He's created two online software services, the Expert Directly and the Client Machine, which together help clients build relationships, build referrals, and build revenues. He has also ghostwritten 2 books and is passionate about marketing. Bill knows the importance of selling because he spent 11 years with the Sandler franchise in Rocky Hill, Connecticut, TEM, and he's been blessed to work with businesses and people in the U.S., the Canada, the Caribbean, Europe, and Asia. In his personal life, Bill loves to travel, bicycling, and pretty cool, he holds a private pilot's license and is instrument related, a capability he's actually used on several occasions. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Doerr. All right, Bill, our first question today is, who's your ideal client?
Excellent question. Okay, and we all should have this. My ideal client is someone who is a what I call an intangible service provider. So think about coaches, consultants, advisors, people with letters after their name and a lot between the ears and above the shoulder blades.
Great.
What's the next question?
Great. Next question is, don't go too fast here because we got to fill up 7 minutes. All right. So tell me, what problems do you help these people solve?
Usually money problems, although I don't do financial planning anymore. The money problems are symptomatic that they're either not making enough or they're making it, but it's coming in erratic ways. So they don't have consistency. They can't make plans.
Yep.
And they're always feeling a little unsure about their future.
Great.
So they don't know where it's coming from and they don't know how much is coming in, or they're not getting enough in general and they're just not happy. So that's a basis for me to have a reasonable conversation.
So you work with these clients on the revenue side of their business mostly?
Well, that's where it shows up. Where I work with them is on what causes the revenue. But the revenue is what they understand isn't happening the way they want, so I become relevant.
So would you say that that's some of the symptoms they experience as a result of the problems they have? What are the symptoms?
Yeah, it's cash flow or it's cash grow.
What would be going on in my business that would make me go, I should give this Bill Doerr guy a call?
That you're finding yourself working with people and you're busy, but then you're having periods of drought, where you don't have a consistent flow of people in your pipeline, if you want to call it what it is, who are coming out and saying next, you're not going, okay, number 59, number 60, come on, 59, the hell with me, he left. You're up next. Let's go. You don't have people lining up in your business. Even though that's not, like you're running a retail store, my people don't run retail stores. They don't have a pipeline many times that's built by design. So they get what they get by accident. And that's usually not a whole lot of fun.
Yep. I can relate to that. So what are some of the common mistakes that these professionals make when they go to solve these problems?
Well, for my kind of people, because they're selling themselves in a relationship with themselves, they try doing things that quote unquote marketers do for retailers, and it doesn't work because you have to sell in our world, my world, yours too, a relationship with you before they buy anything from you, even if it's a project consulting or whatever. And so I look at it this way: you've got to make people aware of you, which any marketing program will do. You can buy a billboard on the highway, right? And they'll become aware of you, but you've also got to build preference and confidence. Those are the other 2 pieces.
Yep.
It used to be called know, like, and trust.
Right.
And so preference is really that in a beauty contest, which is what we're all in, why do you pick one provider over another? Because there's an intangible factor that makes people say, all things being equal, it ain't equal. Let's go with Utter. Let's go with Doerr. let's go
Good.
with somebody. So that's preference, and there's ways to make that happen. The other thing is
Good.
confidence. People are being asked to risk a lot, and you got to show them that you're going to deliver the goods, or they also will not necessarily refer you, which is also how most of our kind of clients, mine especially, are going to get new clients. So if you're not getting people referring you, you don't have enough confidence, or they don't
That's
have
right.
enough confidence, you're not going to see it. You're going to work a lot longer than you
Yep.
thought for less than you deserve.
Yep, I know that's one of the things I've put in place this year too. Is putting in a risk reversal. What's one valuable action an advisor, a consultant, a coach, a financial advisor, insurance salesman? What's one action they could take? One free action they could take that would start to help them with this?
Get convicted. And what I mean, it's kind of a joke, but what it means is, you ever have somebody say, if you were charged with the crime of having a game plan for making it happen, would you get off in court, or would you be sent away for a long time?
Yeah.
Most people are going to get off. True, right?
Yep.
So are you convicted enough to have a game plan? And the other thing I think that goes with a game plan is, do you have someone who's going to hold you accountable, like a coach, who understands your business and understands the
Yep.
process you have to go through, but keeps asking you the questions: Are you? Did you have you? Are you? Did you
Yep.
have you? Until you've done it and you get what you came for in the first place.
So again, coaching's good. Coaching's important. I'm a believer in coaching, but I want a takeaway. I want my audience to have a takeaway of one thing they could do, an action they could take that's free that would help them. Earlier we were talking about Kitsum. Maybe you could tell them about Kitsum.
Yeah, Kitsum is real simple. Take your best influencers, clients, advocates, strategic alliances, people who know, love, and trust you, and go back to them periodically with an attitude of gratitude and a mentality of service. And do not seek to sell them anything, but once a quarter, you just divide your group into threes, so that some people get hit the first time in January, some in February, some in March, and then it repeats April, and then May, and then June, and so forth
Yep.
throughout the year. And just call them up and say, "Hi, it's me. I was thinking of you. I wanted to find out if there's anything going on in your world that I or someone I know might be of service to you, to help you deal with better than you are by yourself."
Do you
That's
maybe
it.
have a free resource or a place where people could go and get a free resource that would help them for this?
Yeah, actually, I've got a lot of resources. I mean, I've got a page at my website, which I'll give you the URL for if I can. It's Get New Clients Now, plural, clients,
Okay.
plural,
Get new clients
.com.
now. Yep.
Yep. And there's a button at the top nav bar. It says free downloads or free
So you
resources, I
get
think.
your free downloads at Get Clients Now.
And there's a whole page full of goodies.
Okay.
And,
Great.
find something that resonates. That's a good place to go. And a lot of really good stuff that I used, I built really in response to issues that I found when I was working with different clients. And I finally codified them and put them into reports
Good.
and guides.
Is there one in particular you would recommend they get first?
Yeah, and I think it's at the bottom of the page. If you scroll to the bottom, it's something to the effect of how to differentiate or stand out from the crowd for an
You're just,
intangible
you're
service
just like
provider.
you're just like the grocery store. You put all the fluff up front, the things that they make money on, right? So they got to walk
No,
all the
no,
way
no, no, no.
past all
Actually,
the good that
this is
stuff
the
to
one
get
you
to
make
you.
more money on, but
I see what you're up to there, Bill. That's
yeah,
genius.
yeah,
That's
right.
genius. So, Bill, thanks. You've been a great interview. One last question, before we wrap up here, and that is, what's the one question I should have asked you, but I didn't?
Um, Oops, he said as he ran out of time. Give yourself an opportunity to let me know if you'd really like to grow your practice, because I've got a little project I'm working on. It's in the test mode, so it's not something I'm selling at people right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I am looking for people who might like to be involved in the research of
Okay.
developing a product or a program. And if so, it could be mutually beneficial. I'm not selling
Okay.
something, but I am looking for the right kind of people to test some presumptions with. And if it's a good fit, it could be very profitable for you as well.
So knowing you, knowing our background, the Mirasee experience, I assume what you're suggesting is you're running a pilot program and you're looking for some people who would be willing to participate in exchange for giving you feedback on how to make it better and maybe some referrals. Is that?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Not exactly a pilot. I mean, that's even further down the road than I am. But
Okay.
it's a project that I think, if it's a good fit, could be
Good.
very profitable for somebody.
Good. So you can find out all about Bill, new clients now.
.com.
GetNewClientsNow.com. Bill, you've been a great interview, and that's all we have time for today. So I'm going to say goodbye to you and goodbye to our audience. Stay tuned because we'll have another tremendous interview next week. This is Carl, home of the 800-pound gorilla, hoping you enjoyed Mr. Bill Doerr.